Hello everyone, my name is Fraunhofer. Welcome to my presentation about detaching from linearity, facilitating transition towards business models to slow down resource flows. My colleague Melanie Geerben and I worked on the following study, which I would like to summarize in the next 5 minutes. The object of investigation is business models to slow down resource flows. What does it mean? It is a dialogue between production systems and consumption styles. On the one hand, business configurations focusing on result and performance-oriented product service systems, or manufacturing and remanufacturing and offering durable, reliable, modular and repairable products. And conscious sales like slow fashion, slow food, slow traveling. That means value creation architectures that strive to reduce their overall depletion of nature. On the other hand, sufficiency consumption patterns like sharing, repairing, reselling, second-hand purchasing. But I think we are all familiar with this kind of value creation logics. The purpose of the study is to provide a set of propositions about how transition management may be configured and what conditions should be met to assist corporations in navigating circular business model innovations. It is empirical social research with a qualitative frame and focus. The data was collected through 12 problem-centered expert interviews with high-level employees of national and international operating business consultancies. But why actually business consultants? They are advisory bodies that use their expertise, experiences, networks and abilities to advise firms and therefore contribute to developments and arrangements of markets and industrial sectors. They directly and indirectly affect the thinking and acting of corporations. So it seems reasonable to investigate their ideas on circular business development. So let us continue with the findings in the form of propositions. Basically, there's a broad consensus among the experts that the challenges of managing the production more eco-efficient or designing products more eco-friendly is quite different from handling circular business model innovations that may be described as radical innovations. The collected data in this study reveals that targeting circular business model innovations need new arenas for corporate reorganization, a prepared value creation space for experimentation in which the future of the company is tested, negotiated, and evaluated. Following the concept of organisational ambidexterity, there's a need for a polycentric structure that allows the conflicting approaches to coexist. On the one hand, organizing the existing linear business model more ecological friendly through, for example, using of recycled materials, and on the other hand, testing completely new types of value creation activities that slow down resource flows and supporting sufficiency consume patterns. Because radically changing the current corporate structure from one day to the next day involves great uncertainties and risks, since far-reaching changes destabilize the organization to such an extent that it may slide into an existential crisis. Proposition number 2. The ability of organizational ambidexterity allows companies to process and run linear business models and circular business models at the same time. Accordingly, a structural hybrid of old and new is emerging, whereby the old in the shape of linear business models can be labeled as obsolete and not sustainable in the foreseeable future, which will be characterized by increasingly restricted access to natural resources, climate change, more volatile resource markets, and more strict laws for nature protection. Therefore, the long-term mission of the experimental arena of circularity must be to develop circular business solutions to cannibalize the existing and currently successful own linear business models. This means securing the own future through creative self-destruction. The linear old creates the circular new out of itself, and that is the paradox. Proposition number 3. Transition management of circular business models needs a balanced orchestration between 3 elements. First, the effective moderation of diverse knowledge assets and personal skills to avoid silo mentality between departments, and promoting cross-functional and cross-disciplinary thinking among the employees. The data reveal that one key element for successful circular business model development is the efficient composition of an interdisciplinary team. Second, decision-making processes based on the normative reference frame of ecological performativity. Ecological performativity does not imply adapting to stakeholder needs in a reactive and opportunistic sense, as proclaimed in the stakeholder approach. It rather means changing proactively and self-paced social conditions, rules, and practices. It is not about responding to stakeholder needs, but about making a progressive contribution to a sustainable society. And third, the adoption of the zooming out, zooming in approach. Zooming out promotes the ability to take up an outside-in observer position, to notice problem situations in the social and ecological environment, and to scan potential solutions from as many different perspectives as possible. Drawing a holistic picture of the reality instead of separating it into different fragments. It is also known as system thinking. Zooming in means the intuitive testing of circular value creation activities and processes with new technologies at the operational level. This means mobilizing resources to overcome the operational challenges of translating the principles of circular business models into day-to-day business. Now we have already reached the end of the presentation. Many thanks.